Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this juicy yummy stick on the meat or beef kebab if you like to call it. So in this video I'm just going to show you how the process is done. We're going to be using 400 grams of beef or meat. We're going to use wooden skewers. We're going to be using peppers, bell peppers, onions, salt, dry pepper or scotch bonnet at Arodo. I'm also going to be using cube seasoning. I use Maggi in this video. Also, we'll be using Suya spice, which is also locally known as yaji, which is a northern name. The first thing I like to do is obviously blend my peppers because we're going to use it as like a sauce. I like to cut my bell peppers in like large chunks because my blender can only fit so much, this small blender that I have. I have a bigger one, but I just like to use this one because it's more concise and everything is together and I don't have to wash too much. So once that's done, I just try and pulse the blender. Now this blender is turbo power, so it brings out unnecessary juice. But if you have a pulse setting on your own blender, please feel free to use it. So just to get rid of the excess juice, I just put a sieve on a bowl and I try to drain it out of everything. Now I blended my own peppers twice, so this is just the first batch. If you have a bigger blender, everything should just go at once. Once that's done, I put oil on a pan, on just a small pan, and I put in my chopped onions from earlier, and then I just ensure that when it's caramelized, I add the blended peppers already. That's the ones that we've drained. So you just do that and I just stir it together and I leave it to cook for a bit. So once that's done, you want to spice it. So I'm going to be using salt, I'm going to use dry pepper, I'm going to use my Maggi, and I'm going to use mild curry. So I'm just adding everything and ensuring that I'm stirring it as I'm doing that. Now, the reason I'm using dry pepper is because I didn't add Scotch bonnet earlier, but if you use Scotch bonnet, you can actually just skip this step totally. And also, the reason why I use mild curry is just because I would rather the colors not to interfere with the colors of the pepper. So that's just why I use mild curry, no special reason. Once that's done, I leave it aside to cook for a bit. Then I move on to the beef. Now, remember we're using 400 grams of meat. I'm just going to ensure that it's thoroughly cleansed. I'm just going to show you how I put it in a bowl and I rinse it, which I still take to the tab to clean properly. We want all that blood and all that gunk out of it. So ensure it's thoroughly cleaned. Once that's done, we're going to transfer it into a smaller pot. Now we're just going to boil it like normal. Now the reason I'm boiling the beef first and not taking it straight to the oven is because I want to ensure that the meat, when it's on the stick, is actually very juicy. It's soft on the inside and crispy on the outside, sort of, when you put it in the oven. So once we're done, we just transfer that to a cooker and we let it to cook. Now this is the peppers that we blended from earlier. Now I've already taken some out of it to eat fried yam, but this is what's left and this is what we're going to use for the kebab. Now I'm just adding my yaji. Now this is where the fun part starts. We're going to add all the suya pepper. I'm going to mix it thoroughly, ensure that every part is well coated. Trust me, this changes everything. If you skip this step, you're just eating, spicy beef. So now the meat is boiled. We're going to transfer. It's a bit hot, so please be careful. We're going to transfer everything to a chopping board, and this is where you have to roll up your sleeves and get the work started. So you're just going to cut into like bite sizes. We're looking at, I think, the size of like sugar cubes or half that, actually, a lot smaller. So you're going to cut it like very, very small pieces. I feel like, with kebab, the smaller it is and more easy to enter your mouth, the sweeter the eating experience. So you want to ensure that it looks like this by the time you're done. So I'm just going to bring out my skewers. I find that this 400 grams of beef makes about 10 pieces of the stick meat. So I also ensure that I rinse my stick first before I use it, just to ensure that there's no dust from the package and all that. So on each stick I usually end up putting about 12 to 13 pieces. I actually count it just to ensure that everything is even if the beef comes in different shapes and sizes. So you want to line them up on each stick. Some people like to oil their stick first. I think it's unnecessary. As long as it's clean, that's really fine. We're still going to put oil on it from the sauce. So we're going to do that for everything and it should look like this. Next thing we're going to do now is obviously apply the sauce. Remember the mixture of the yaji and the peppers on each kebab. So I like to put it in the plate, and I'm using a paintbrush that I only use for cooking. You can use a cooking brush, but I find that this is bigger and gets the job done faster. So I apply it and I paint it. I ensure that I coat every single part of it with the sauce still. Even like I leave some bits of onions and bulk pepper on it just for the experience. It's always so nice. Once you're done, they should look like this. Now we're going to transfer all 10 sticks to the oven. Now I've preheated my oven to like medium heat for about 10 minutes beforehand. So I place everything in and let it cook. Now after 5 minutes I turn it on each side just to ensure that everything is properly cooked. Then I transfer everything from the tray to a nice plate. Now what we get is very juicy, moist, yet very yummy and spicy Suya-like stick kebab. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna name the video. See, I like stick kebab. So thank you guys for watching my video. That's all for the recipe. Do let me know in the comment box if you've been making this, and make sure you like this video, you share, you drop a comment, and definitely you tell your friends about my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.